fundamental legal concepts in English. Introduction. Good afternoon, my name is Maria Fernanda Leal Gallardo. I am a law student. In the presentation, I will fundamental legal concepts in English. I their importance in the legal professional. Learning legal English is important because lawyers frequently encounter legal documents, international case, contracts, court proceedings, and special terminology. In English, under this vocabulary allows future lawyers to communicate more effectively and understand legal information in international context. In this special, I will discuss three main topics: the personal because of law in English, second basic legal, term in practice, context, and treat people were personal in an oral. Developing one version of law can be lived into different because according to the type of legal relationships or for problem it became regulated. One important break is in civil laws. Laws regulate legal relationships is because private individuals and institutes include are issues as contractual properties, family law obligations. And third, for example, I am two people have disputed our contract. The case might be considered a civil matter. Another important branch is criminal law. Law criminal is considered an officer had society of state. Some examples are state fraud, assault, and homicide is a criminal case. The government generally because it's a person accused of the committing offense. We have constitutional law which lists with the constitutional fundamental reads governmental powers and the relationship with the citizen and the state. Administrative law regulates the activities and decisions governed against and public authorities. Commencing of using law regulates using activity, company, commercial, transparency, and relationship between Americans and corporations. Another important branch is labor law, with regular relationships between employer and employees, including working conditions, rights, and obligations. Final, international law regulates legal relationships involving state and other international, and other is especially important in areas such as institutional, human rights, international comments, and public relationships. Therefore, understanding the different branches of law help the lawyers in the ability to apply rules and legal processes in the switches. Two, basic legal terms in the practical context. There are many basic legal terms and their exceptional combination in the courtroom. For example, a lawyer is a legal professional who represents and gives clients a judge interperson with present over the trade legal decisions. And the plate is the problem. Interprets a civil lawyers will defend interperson or and in big suit or in the criminal case the person accused of crime. A witness is a person who provides testimony about relevant facts. Evidence is the format present to help me establish facts in the case. Evidence includes documents, precise objective programs, or testimony. A complete document with information big. A civil law and states the claim against the defense. Is the criminal case chair is a formal accusation of a criminal activity determined by reference to the detention, rash behavior or concerns the of case. Another important term is evidence, which means evidence tells you or it is the legal permission to consider. For example, imagine that a person in the course of the test represents my presented evidence, choose a security camera for and the witness como testimony, this defense another my challenge. Thus, the evidence and present arguments are supporting the defense and or the trial, the judge jury evidence or evidence and reaches addition according to the applicable law and legal proceeding. Practicing 3 is the present in the oral trial. An oral trial involves several important participants. First, is the judge presenter of proceeding maintain or the decided legal question and determine whether certain evidence might be admitted or I have some trial attitude. My also determines the facts and is to the final decision. Second, 3 and in another in a criminal case, the process represents the government and present the case against defense, the defense another representation the defense and proceeded the defense legal risks. And 3 are the parents in a case civil. There is my inclusive the preference and interference in a criminal case. There usually the government of perception and the criminal defense. Another important participant in the witness proving testimony under or about facts relevant to the case. I am sure that there is the jury. Juries listen to the evidence and arguments present during the trial and determine the facts according in the street be the judge. There might also be court reports with and of records of what is said during the present occur clear in the court. Therefore, my eminences. Okay, my eminence still as assists with the administration of the trial. An interview might also participate with a person involved in the person who is not sufficient understand or speaking English. The different roles are important because a child participant contributes to the person. Administration of justice. The justice ensures that is process for follows the laws is the another person and the challenge that evidence with net provided testimony and the jury will applicable evaluates the facts. Conclusion: inclusion learning a fundamental law for concepts in English and in the purpose is for law students and future legal professionals. The branch of law such as civil, criminal, constitutional law, administrative law, commercial law, labor law, international law is the law under testing. There are different areas in which legal roles operate. At the same time, legal vocabulary such as lawyer, judge, parties, defense, processor, defense, another, with evidence, charge, complaints, and the basis. It is essential for understanding legal profession and communication in quarter. Finally, an oral requires the participation of several people, including the judge and other participants with non-jury members who are personal and with necessary and interprets. IELTS allows students IB debit level legal English skill will help me communicate, mom create understand international legal information and become better prepared to the professional practice of law. Pues eso es todo y thank you very much your attention.